What's up? Thanks for watching the recording. Now I just hope I remember the questions and the statements I just typed in the thing there. What's up anyway? It's been a while since I've been on here doing a Facebook Live. Doing my first little small gathering that I'm taking on myself tomorrow. 10 tickets maximum. I'll put the link in the comments below. If there's a ticket left, I'd love to see it there. If you've been watching me for a while, why not? €25. Investment that's what it is. Investment into yourself. So, yeah, what was the first statement I said? Why would you want to develop a positive mental attitude? Why would you want to develop a positive mental attitude? Well, there's many reasons. You might be thinking, how could I benefit from this? How can I benefit from these skills or tools or knowledge you're going to share with me? You might be saying, why would I listen to you? What do you know? So I suppose I'll start with, a lot of you guys know my story, right? 9 years ago, hitting trouble with my mind. 9 years on a journey, figuring out what works and what doesn't. And I've boiled it down to some simple stuff, and I'll give you some of those tips here, I'll give you some of that content here. But it's not about just telling you what to do, it's actually showing you an experience, and you getting to experience what I'm talking about for yourself. You might be thinking, I read all the books, I know what to do, it just doesn't work for me. I don't have the time. Too fat, too skinny, this and that. They're all thoughts. One of the main reasons why it's important to develop a positive mental attitude. The positive mental attitude, because when you develop a positive mental attitude, it might take a bit of work at the beginning, but what it means is you'll be able to have different automatic pilots. So everybody's aware that we are on autopilot a lot of the day, yeah? Everybody's aware that we do our work, we drive back and forward to our work, we do our daily chores, we do a lot of our stuff on automatic pilot. Just calming my own self down. It's just about when we're so busy, where our mind is so busy thinking, because there's not a lot of conscious effort going into our drive to work, let's say, or there's not a lot of conscious effort going into the stuff that we do repetitively every single day. We always hear the phrase, when you first start driving, you've got to be really conscious. What's the story, man? But we all heard the phrase, when we start to drive, not the phrase, we've always heard the story that when you start to drive, you've got to be really conscious, you've got to learn and pay so much attention to all the different things that you have to do, and then over time you just start to drive. It's real easy. Because you've developed the automatic pilot to work in your favour, takes the pressure off, you can start to have a conversation with other people in the car, you can focus on other things whilst you drive. So really what we're looking at our automatic pilot, and is it helping us or is it hindering us? And then if it's hindering us, we're becoming aware of that, we're taking responsibility for that, and then we're going to develop a positive mental attitude to overcome that. Or not so much overcome, rather just set new patterns, new behavioural patterns, new automatic pilots that actually make you feel different. And to sum it all up, really what you're doing is, I'll just put it like this, because it's really simple stuff. I don't want to overcomplicate it. It's like we're on autopilot over 90% of our day. That means 9 out of every 10 minutes for most humans on the planet. 9 out of every 10 minutes is automatic. There's no conscious thought being processed there. It's automatic thought processes. So developing a positive mental attitude, if we just look at it something like everything being energy, and we look at our emotions and our automatic pilots, our thoughts and our feelings connect. So how we feel and how we think, there's a resonance there. They're the same. When we're thinking negative thoughts, we're feeling negative energies. And this is using negative, it's not the right word, but I won't get too into that right now. So just looking at that, whatever your dream life is, whatever that you actually want to achieve, whatever you really want to be in life, it's really a case of you just got to change how you think. Become aware of how you're thinking and change how you think. And the reason why I keep saying everything is energy, because even thoughts are energy. Your thought has a frequency. You can't see it, but you can measure it, and it actually has a frequency. And different thoughts have different frequencies. So when we start to change our perspectives and look at life in a different way and just literally think thoughts that feel better, then what happens is we change our frequency. We change how we feel. So frequency is probably a word that probably puts you off, but It's just how you feel. So an example of two different frequencies is anger and passion. Gratitude, you feel grateful, you're feeling thankful, you're really feeling energized and high on life, you're feeling optimistic. I call it upbeat. Or you're feeling down in the dumps, you're feeling negative, you're feeling guilty, you're feeling regret, you're blaming people, you're complaining, you're anxious, you're stressed, you're overwhelmed, you're procrastinating, you can't move out of the rut. It's really a case of that just simply different frequencies, and also the art is learned behaviour. So there's no judgment here. We start to become aware of judgment, we start to become aware of self-talk. So much comes off of the principles that I'm sharing with you. Self-talk, the language that we use. First of all, we're becoming aware of the language that we use. We have to be very careful then there that we don't just go judging ourselves. So, I'm stupid, I'm this and that. No, you're not. You've learned a way of being. You've learned a way of thinking and being. You've learned a way of thinking and feeling, which is the way of being. And now you're just going to become aware of that. Learn some new skills and change how you think, which therefore changes how you feel, which therefore changes your state of being. So the point I'm getting to here, to make it simple, when I look at everything being energy and marry that into the mind all the time, it's a case of when you are on FM 104, you can't hear what's going on. I hope this is not too windy. When you're on FM 104, you can't hear what's going on the Spin 103 or 102.2. It's simply you can't hear it. So when you're in a frequency of whatever you've been in for the past 10, 15, 20 years, and you're wondering why nothing's changing, well, nothing's changing because so much of your day and week and habits are automatic. So as soon as you start bringing contrary thinking, come on Facebook, stay with me. As soon as you start bringing conscious awareness into what's happening on autopilot, and then start doing some simple tools and simple exercises to break the patterns, literally raise your frequency, then you're shifting into a new reality. So the power of positive, it's not the power of, it kind of is the power of positive thinking, but the power of developing a positive mental attitude means that, you know, if you're blaming, complaining, hating on someone, you know, pointing the finger, judging, or any of the above things, it's all about how does that feel in your body. You know, is that person even feeling it? Is Leo Varadkar feeling it? Or are you just feeling it? So if you're blaming or complaining or shaming anybody else, how does that feel in your body? We're becoming aware of how it feels in our body, and we're going to become aware of our body being a guiding system. This feels good, this thought feels good, I'm going to squeeze the juice out of this thought. This thought feels repetitive, I've had this one before, I know where this ends, I'm not going to think that one. What's the best feeling thought I can reach for in this moment? And it's really that simple. I always say it's simple, but it's not easy, because it takes work. And I'm 9 years developing this to make it simple and easy. And just even going to this link and booking into it, I guarantee you'll start to feel a change. I can say that with absolute certainty and confidence, because just coming into my sphere makes you feel more calm. It makes you feel more trusting in the process. I create a level of safety that you can experience contrast, you can experience calm, peace. You can become aware with some pointers that I give you how stressful or how anxious your life has been. And once we feel the contrast, once we actually feel the contrast of this is possible, our life will never be the same again. I always say I'm going to leave you with this, but I will. I'm going to leave you with this one. It's €25. You're getting me for 2 hours. €25. There's going to be cacao there. You're going to be calm. You're going to ask some questions. You're going to learn something. You're going to take some tools with you for the rest of your life that could potentially prove to be priceless. I sell transformation. I don't sell my time. I don't sell 2 hours. I sell transformation. What I'm giving and what I'm intending, and the reason why I do what I do, is to transform people's lives. It's to empower their ment so that everything in their life changes. Relationships, career, whatever it is, it all changes. Because, I'll get into that tomorrow. But when I first heard that you could actually have gaps between thought, because I'm a recovering overthinker, when I first heard that you could have gaps between thoughts, I thought, what? And I'll never forget it. I was on the Mitchell Freeway in Perth, Australia, and I'm driving along listening to this guy telling me that I could do this. So I used poles on the freeway, in the 1998 freeway, flying along listening to my audiobooks. And I looked to the left and I seen a pole, and I was just right, I'm not going to think between now and now. That was about That was 7 years ago now, or 8. And now I don't really think that much at all. Or if I do, I'm watching it and I'm really finding it and I'm making sure that doesn't make sense. I'm going to delete that one. I'm going to implant that thought, and it really just shapes and changes everything. Everything in your life changes. The only thing you need to be aware of, if anything, is it's going to be uncomfortable at times, because life as you know it's going to be different after. But that's what you want. You know, you want to go through the comfort zone to get to that magic. Because even though the comfort zone is comfortable, it's really not that comfortable. They call it comfort zone, but it's really just a familiar zone, and it can be quite painful, and you can suffer in it. And like that, you won't move until you're ready. But if you're ready, you feel like you're ready, come along tomorrow. It's not going to be it's the first, but it's definitely not going to be the last. Looking forward to it. Thanks very much. If you resonate, share the video, please. If you feel like you want to send it privately or share it on, I would love to, because I don't feel like I get much reach. I think sometimes when I say fucking words like consciousness and stuff like that, I don't know how far of a reach Facebook actually gives me. So shares would be very much appreciated. Tagging people, sharing it in private messenger or whatever, that would be awesome. There's only 10 spots. I think there's 6 left. Yeah, I've sold 4. So yeah, I'd love to see you there. Thanks very much for listening to me so far.